Good morning. Back on the hammock. No beach sunrise today. Sunday. I really like the light that I'm getting right now. It's really warm. Wow. I am dehydrated. I keep wondering if I should do a little bit more to improve the production quality of this, but honestly, I think this is it. Just to kind of give an idea of what I'm attempting to do. I want to provide a raw, unfiltered view into whatever is going on inside of me as soon as possible after I wake up every day. That's basically what it is. Raw, unfiltered view into me. And I'm doing it for me. I know that I am. Oh man, there's mosquitoes out here. Why? I feel like there hasn't been that many mosquitoes recently. We had a batch of hatchlings. And anyway, I know I'm doing it for me because I really enjoy them. Obviously I don't go back and watch them, but before I click publish, I look at it, I scrub through it just to make sure that I didn't say anything. Not that I didn't say anything, but that it looks okay, and that I remembered to record, and that the sound is working, and I enjoy it. If I enjoy it right after I'm recording it, I'm obviously going to enjoy it in 50 years, right? What's up, Pablo, from 50 years in the future? What's up, man? I'm hoping that this is a healthy habit that we create together. Well, together. You are me, so yeah, I guess so. Yesterday I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the concept of because I was doing some cleaning and organizing inside the house, and I found myself talking to myself, and then I was like, damn, that's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? But then it got better. It got better when I realized that I'm talking to myselves. I'm not. It's kind of a slippery slope. It could be schizophrenic if you lean too much into it, I think. But I'm talking to myself. It's one singular. I don't feel like I'm multiple. I feel like I'm singular, thanks to the interpreter, right? But there are multiple consciousnesses within me, and I can refer to those as myselves, right? And it feels really nice, and I don't know how. Let me see if I can explain this properly. All right. Sorry, I think I might have just blown directly into the microphone. I started to have a lot of these ideas after I read the book Who's in Charge by Michael Gazzaniga. Gazzaniga? Yeah, I think that's probably his last name. Because it really helped me see and understand myself better. And one of the realizations I had through that book is that I and you and everyone is composed of countless consciousnesses, countless awarenesses. You could even for example, you could label or look at the awareness that is you, that is fully involved with all senses of touch, full touch awareness, You know, the version of me that is totally tuned in to touch. And as I'm going about my day, that that version of me is always alive and always aware and always, paying attention itself, right, before it reaches my interpreter. And that's kind of what I wanted to mention. Because look, like, even though I'm on the hammock not touching anything, my butt is touching the hammock, right? And if I give that awareness, it's like, yep, I feel the edges of my skin or my butt where the pressure is, and I can adjust myself if I need to, if there's a sharp pain or something, a weird discomfort feeling. Oh man, I didn't really sleep a lot. And then all of these are fighting for our attention. Like, when I say our, I mean the collective attention of all of the selves, all of the consciousness nodes. And Michael, through his research with patients that have had their corpus callosum severed, just got a super deep understanding of, like, right hemisphere, left hemisphere, consciousness, the fact that our language center is in the left hemisphere. And when you sever, when that corpus callosum is severed, then that you can communicate with the right hemisphere, which has no access to the language center, by using the left hand or the right side of our field of view. So it's not like the right hemisphere is. Wait, no, right hemisphere would be the left side of our field of view from each eye. So, like, if you were to split your field of view down the middle, then everything on the left is actually being processed by the right hemisphere, and on both eyes. So, like, even this eye, my right eye, the left field of view of my right eye being processed by my right hemisphere. So anyway, if you somehow block the left hemisphere from seeing in this direction by, we twitch, and, like, our eyes twitch so that our both hemispheres are able to synchronize by very subtle eye movements. He was able to see that patients with a corpus callosum severed, you could communicate with the right hemisphere. It's awesome. And in my opinion, super enlightening for just self-discovery and understanding. And for me, it's also been really, really valuable as I'm on my journey to kill my ego. It helps me align with the possibility that, just like there's multiple me's inside of me, there's multiple us's outside of me. Like, I am you and you are me, the same way that there's many consciousnesses that are me. But technically, like, what I really am is a collective awareness. And I don't know if you see where I'm going with this, but the collective awareness it just lives within us. It's not us. It kind of passes through us, and it kind of uses us because we're so highly conscious with our beautiful brains that we can tap into this collective consciousness and be part of a bigger continuously bigger and bigger group of people that has tapped into the realization that, it's kind of a, it makes more sense. It's more sense. It's good morning. It's more sensical. I don't like that word. There is more sense in us considering and recognizing that we are all one than considering and recognizing that each one of us is an individual having like an individual journey through life. If we all came from the same exact place, right? My daughter is me. My daughter is my wife. And my daughter came from us. And we came from my parents, and my parents came from somebody else. And if we bring it all the way down, then all of humanity basically evolved. All of not just humanity, but really all living beings came from some one thing. Something that unites us way, way, way in the past. And then, you can also look at all of matter. All of matter came from a singular place. You can look at all of energy. All of energy came from a singular place. What is that place? Some would say it's God's breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Some would say it's that. Others call it the Big Bang. Whatever it is, it was singular. Isn't that interesting? We spawned from a singularity and probably will come back into a singularity eventually. I have to admit, it is pretty mind-blowing how when I'm in the ego for a very long time, I'm gonna try to get this mosquito. It's really trying to get me. I'm gonna get you before you get me, okay? Come on. When I'm in the ego for a very long time, I get numb. And I am less conscious of where my energy's going, and I am more likely to have my energy drained unknowingly. I am more likely to spend hours and hours and hours doom scrolling. I am more likely to not take care of my physical health. Or probably mental health or spiritual health. It's just not where, when I'm in the ego, things don't look good. When I feel this deeper connection to source, everything seems to flow in a really beautiful way. And I am much, much, much more conscious about my physical, mental, and spiritual health. And I can see. I feel like I can see better. I can see clearer. I can connect with people deeper. I can connect with people deeper. I judge a lot less. Like, actually, I don't judge. I try not to. Maybe I judge a little bit. but I don't. I really try not to judge at all. And when I'm letting my ideas flow, I also don't judge those, and I allow them to flow freely, and I allow them to be in my sphere of awareness for longer, which usually leads to brighter and brighter and more creative concepts and a sort of refining of ideas. And that's basically where I find myself currently. Like, I am living with an excess in time at the moment, thanks to Amari and Naomi not being here. I'm living with an excess, I don't want to say excess, abundance is the right word, right? Opa! I'm gonna get you before this video is done, alright? Abundance of time because of Amari and Naomi not being here. Abundance of money because of all this money that's currently being thrown at me. It's kind of what it feels like. An abundance of confidence because of, I don't know where, but like I feel very confident in my vessel, my brain, my body, and my spirit are really highly tuned at the moment. And my connection to God, my connection to Source, highly tuned at the moment. That is, from my experience, what is allowing me to be in a very powerful state of love, universal, unconditional love at the moment, and be able to hold space for people. I've been able to hold space for friends, as I've told you before, and I've also been able to reconnect with many friends and just not just hold space, but create new space with them. Like, I've really enjoyed hanging out with my brother Aiden. Very creative energy. I love it. I've really enjoyed hanging out with my friends Luna and Alex and Belu. Just super interesting. Oh, I just realized that, yeah. My friends Luna, Alex, and Belu, who I've been hanging out with, just like I've held them stronger, closer to my sphere of awareness. I kind of feel like Luna helps me strengthen my spiritual center, and Alex helps me strengthen my mental center, and Belu helps me strengthen my physical center. A lot, yeah. She's a strong one. She's able to do it. Belu is the kind of person that can close her eyes, put her hands like this, so like make it really hard, and just go upside down and balance her entire body on the palms of her hand like this. Most people would have to go like this. I'm practicing like this. The difference between this and this is insane. And then close your eyes, and I cannot comprehend how she's doing it. But I've seen her do it. And Alex, I've seen Alex be able to mentally digest the strongest, most insane pieces of information. Not necessarily academically, but at least she's trained her mind to be like a what's the word? Like, it's able to find a needle in a haystack is what I feel like. Like, she's able to understand a thought pretty well, even though she's not able to spiritually align with it sometimes. She at least is able to understand it, and she finds it juicy and curious, and she wants to go deeper into it, and not afraid to like take it to wherever it goes. She trusts her mind a lot, which is beautiful. And then we've got my friend Luna, who is she's experiencing life right now with a direct connection to Source. assisted connection to source, but still I feel it. She's in. She's fully in. So spiritually connected. And since we are the product of the people that we spend time around, most people will agree with this, from anywhere. Like, we are the product of the people we surround ourselves with. And I've got beautiful people around me right now, guys. Beautiful people. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Inspiring and creative and just on the edge of not sure if they're crazy or not. That's where I want to be. That's where I want my most creative juices to flow from. So yesterday I was at my most creative almost ever. Yesterday I was at my most creative ever from an entrepreneurial standpoint. And I made some crazy decisions, including spending $18,000 on a domain name because I just feel so closely connected to it, and I intuitively understand that I can build a multi-billion-dollar brand out of it. Homie. Home, HOME.EE. Homie. Love Homie. Homie is the kind of Homie's the kind of domain name and brand that has staying power. Like, just like every aspect of it. Just a 4-letter word. Home. They're one of the most recognizable words that happens to be a collection, but sounds like it could be its own letter. Like, we could have A, B, C, D, E, H, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, home, P, something like that. Like, maybe you put the ohm right next to the O, and it would not sound that out of place. So we've got what amounts to a single letter URL, and then the fact that we can transform it into a really fun, slangy, but recognizable, colloquial way of saying my partner, my friend, my brother, my homie. I think that's amazing. Like, amazing. So yeah, homie will be humanity's homie. Homie. I had some other ideas that I don't know how far along they're gonna go, but I really like them too. Tentative names so far are Joycast. I think homie, just so like a debrief, homie is like the center, the headquarters for anybody on the internet who is looking to get involved with solar energy and is looking to get as much information about it as possible, right? Like, from the community and from the specifications of it, like technical guidance and community guidance and transparency all the way around as a core tenet. That's Home Tree. Home Tree, I keep calling it Home Tree because that is what I've called it for years now. It just became Homie yesterday, so it's going to take a little bit for me to fully transition into Homie. But Homie is effortless energy. Homie is effortless energy for your home, your tent, your car, your RV, your boat, your life, your community, and your planet. That's Homie. I also came up with this beautiful idea for a new social network where it's a non-profit, and the first thought that hit me was, what would it take to start a non-profit where people donate from one side and then get paid from the other side to capture genuine, authentic smiles and laugh, and like in camera, on camera. I guess it could be video, and it could be video, and it could be pictures. It doesn't have to be, the medium itself isn't really defined as long as it's verifiable. And I like the name Joycast for this social media platform. And social media, and basically the purpose of this is to spread joy, and to measure somehow, to somehow have a direct measure of the level of joy in different parts of the world, because all the data that comes into it will be geotagged, so we'll know exactly where it's coming from, and that'll help us understand like social dynamics in different parts of our country and our planet. So Joycast, it's really cool, and gotta keep thinking about that. And then the other one that I really love, that I've been thinking about for a while, and kind of like got strung together between me and ChatGPT. Not gonna lie, ChatGPT helped me a lot. Just put these. ChatGPT is great to put things onto paper, and do a little bit of analysis instead of. I'm such a radical optimist that it's hard for me sometimes to understand, like, is this a good idea, or is this just like me having a moment? So anyway, me and ChatGPT. More specifically, GPT-5. Spent a lot of time talking about this yesterday, and the third idea that I really want to explore, I'm calling Bitcoin Light. And Bitcoin Light, and the symbol is BTC, and then the sun emoji. Bitcoin Light is basically a Bitcoin fork that, instead of relying on computational mining to find the next block, relies on what can be called proof of generation or proof of solar, where if you can prove through oracles and smart contracts or whatever it may be, I haven't really gone that deep into it. If you can prove through some sort of shared trust network that a particular source of energy was generated using sunlight, which I think is doable. I think that's provable using today's oracles. This was not possible before oracles, and now we've got enough oracles from like weather data, sunlight like real-time sunrise irradiance data. We've got things. We can figure out what collection of real life measurements to use to basically come within 100% accuracy when we need to, because people are probably going to want to game this trust network. The fact that maybe you plug in I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm just saying Bitcoin Light is a Bitcoin fork that, instead of mining it using computational mining, it's proof of solar, proof of generation work, proof of generation, and I think it's a fork because I want to continue to have it be 21 million. I think people are I'm very in tune with the 21 million max number. I don't think I would make it a hard cap. I think I would make it an asymptotic, you never reach 21 million. It's asymptotic. So as you approach it, you just generate smaller and smaller versions of it into infinity. And I think that would be beautiful. I think that all three networks, all three ideas interlink at a deep level and can be done, can lift each other up, It's like Homie is providing people with the tools. Joycast is providing people with a sense of purpose. And Bitcoin Lite is providing people with some sort of reward, collective medium of exchange of value. That might be more interesting than even Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is cool, but Bitcoin is really more of a store of value than most people are not really transacting because of the whole 10,000 Bitcoin pizza. It's hard to look back at the transactions you've had with Bitcoin and see the fact that if you had held on to it instead of purchased whatever you purchased, you would have hundreds of thousands of dollars today. It takes a little bit of a mental toll, not gonna lie. I don't belong to this group. I mean, I did have one Bitcoin once and sold it for maybe, I think I sold it for $450. But I feel totally fine about it. It's 2016, it's all good. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to think about. Bitcoin Lite would be awesome project. So I'm gonna give myself 18 months. 18 months to be very disciplined, especially after the tax credit projects go through the process of getting started. I will begin focusing deeply into these 3 projects, mainly Homie. Homie, I think, is like centerpiece, and then Joycast and Bitcoin Lite are my side quests. If Bitcoin Lite or Joycast fail, honestly, no big deal. But Homie, I'm gonna be putting a lot of investment and attention and risk mitigation into Homie. And building a team, building a strong team into Homie. And maybe there's some overlap between Homie and Joycast, and building the team is crucial. So Homie is what I'm building the team around, and then if the team is aligned, then we can side quest Joycast and Bitcoin Lite. That's the idea. But yeah. First comes the idea, then comes the team, then the execution, honestly. I think, that's key. Yeah. Oh, I never realized that I could see how long I've been recording for, but that's helpful, because I want to keep it around the 30-minute mark. Wow. And it's been 30 minutes, 33. I'm happy today, guys. Yesterday at the ocean was amazing. Yesterday with Alex in the ocean was amazing. Belu in her handstand class was amazing. Luna giving her the flowers and just seeing her giving her a kiss while she was with a client, that was also amazing. Hanging out with Aiden, my God, my brother. I love you, Aiden. Talking to my wife, his FaceTime, and my daughter, being with myself, cleaning the house, organizing, and just having all these creative juices, beautiful, flowing. Talking with my friend Steve, who's in Thailand right now. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm happy right now. I don't know what else to say. This is an amazing time in my life. An amazing, amazing time in my life. I am blessed. I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I recognize the ebb and flow of life. I don't hold on to it. I allow it to exist within me for however long it exists within me. I don't have to control it. I can just feel it and listen to it. Be intuitive with it, dance with it. Bountiful happiness and joy and dance and smiles, connection, love. Feels good. Oh, that's a morning. That's a morning. Well, this is how I hope I get to wake up every day. But if I don't, that's okay. Wow. Peace. Much love. Bye.